Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Dan, for inviting me to share my story today. And just want everybody to know, I didn't trip on the stairs. When I was first diagnosed with breast cancer, I was paralyzed. My 2 daughters were in college, and I was the primary caregiver for my 88-year-old mother who suffers from dementia. What was going to happen to my family if I didn't survive? Over a 2-year period, I had 6 surgeries, chemotherapy, and radiation. And even with good insurance, cancer is frightfully expensive. And while I wanted to concentrate all my efforts on getting healthy, I felt like I had been cast in some horror movie, The Incredible Shrinking Bank Account. So just when I thought it was all over, I had to begin 10 years of adjuvant chemotherapy. And after I dropped off that prescription, CVS called me at work to say that my out-of-pocket cost was going to be $1,100 for 90 days. I simply put my head on my desk and I cried. And that's when one of my coworkers reminded me about the FamilyWize card. The card is for everyone. It's free. And that little card reduced the cost of my prescription by 67%. With the current uncertainty that Dan mentioned surrounding healthcare, FamilyWize is more important than ever. How many of you here saw Jimmy Kimmel's monologue about his newborn son's heart surgery? As he said, nobody should ever have to decide if they can afford a life-saving medical procedure. I read something that best summarizes for me what it's like to survive cancer. Once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through and how you managed to survive. You won't even be sure if the storm is really over. But one thing is certain: when you come out of the storm, you will not be the same person who walked in. And that's what the storm is all about. And if you will all indulge me for a moment, I would like to thank the people who helped me through the storm. My coworkers and board from UnitedWay's of Rockland, every nurse and doctor and caregiver, especially Dr. Karen Karsif, who embodies what every doctor should be. My family, especially my big brother Mike and his wife Eileen. My daughters, Christina and Sarah, who gave me a reason to get up on the days when I did not have the strength to lift my head off my pillow. And my husband, Jeffrey, who teased me about my obsession with a country song, How I Got to Memphis. It's all about a guy who follows the love of his life to Memphis. But the song really isn't about Memphis. Memphis is simply a metaphor for being where you truly belong in life. And Jeffrey, my darling, you are my Memphis. And a huge thank you to FamilyWize and the United Way for saving me from the incredible shrinking bank account. Thank you all for living united.